out.
All right, Mr. Whistle here for HitTheRopes.com and Brazen Apparel. First time in Canada. The show seemed to go very well. Any thoughts on that?
Can't wait to come back. Can't wait to come back here because I mean, it was great. The crowd was spectacular. It was energized. It was packed. It was an empty seat in the place. They responded well. They knew MMA like the back of their hand. I love it. I really cannot wait to bring the company back here.
All right, I think I mentioned it or asked you this before, but if you could just talk a bit more about women's MMA. Progressing in the industry, what Bellator is hoping to do to help it evolve and whatnot.
Right. You know, I mean, with the recent Strikeforce, with the recent UFC and Zoom acquisition of Strikeforce, I guess the question out there is what's going to happen to women's MMA from a Strikeforce perspective. I mean, they've been very kind of aggressive in promoting women's MMA. You know, we're going to keep putting fights together. We're going to keep looking at conceivably putting together an 8-woman, 125-pound tournament with world-class ladies in every single one of those spots. Staying very true to kind of our philosophy, where you get into the tournament by being one of the best in the world. You don't get in on anything having to do with personality or charisma. You get in because you can fight, and that's what we did when we did the 115 tournament. The same thing we can do at 125, and we've got some very talented ladies flying. Lumi Fujiki is going to come back and fight for us in short order. Jessica Aguilar, Zara Frosto, and others, and they can all make 25. So we'll see. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep seeing ladies on television at Bellator, and just see where it goes from there.
Awesome, awesome. When you have a fight like Neil Grove's fight tonight, does that just make you grin ear to ear? Because to me, that's the kind of fight that takes somebody who may not necessarily know anything about MMA and just go, maybe I should check this out.
Yeah, it does. It makes you grin ear to ear. I mean, it's just, I think I set it up at the press conference. It's like if there was like a video section of Webster's Dictionary that said fight, you want to be able to hit play and see Zach Jensen versus Neil Grove. I mean, that was just crazy. I mean, it was just nuts. And everybody was just, like, my eyes were up here and everybody was looking at me going, you know, what? I mean, it just, there was like 3 or 4 great moments in that fight and it just didn't stop from start to finish. You know, guys promise all the time, I'm going to bring it, I'm going to stand in the pocket, I'm not going to take a step back. And man, they did it tonight. Zach delivered. I walked over to Zach, I was like, hey, you lost a fight, but dude, when can you fight for us again? That was just fun to watch. So it was exciting. It was very exciting. You cannot help start grinning when you think about that fight. So I can't wait to see Neil in the next tournament.
Yeah,
too.
for sure, for sure. All right, off topic. Steven Seagal, good for MMA, bad for MMA?
He's a huge fan of the sport, loves it. He's been around martial arts before there was, I mean, Steven Seagal was talking about martial arts before anybody had any kind of recognition factor to the words mixed martial arts. So how do you not say he's good? He's still in it. He's still connected to it. Guys are kind of feeding off of his energy, and he's feeding off the game's energy. So I can't imagine that there's anything bad about him being, you know, vested in this game.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, dude.
It's my second video interview ever. How do you think I did?
I think you did exceptionally well. I would say a solid 7.9, maybe even an 8.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks, man.
You got it.